Well, yesterday me and my friends set to go out to the theater to go watch the film. And when I got back home last night, I didn't have enough time to review it because I was real tired. It was a long day and I was just sleepy. But anyways, this is Derrick Yasha, and today I'm going to review, yes, Maleficent. Not in 3D, it was 2D. But anyways, let's fucking get into it. uh, what the movie was about in the story. Alright, so Maleficent is this fairy. Well, Disney says that, but I actually know what she is. She's half angel, half demon. That explains the horns. Um, well, anyways, what happens is she meets this prince, Prince Stefan, and she falls in love with him. And a couple of years later, what happens is, of course, that King Henry wants to go see what's inside these mystical woods, the riches and the whatever in the woods. Okay? Anyways, what happens is they go there, and Maleficent is like, no, you're not gonna do this. Go back to where you came from. And the king is like, no. You wanna fight? Let's go. So, anyways, what happens is, of course, that Maleficent tries to do her best to try to keep the soldiers from trying to basically tear down trees and basically destroy the beauty of this forest just for precious gold and jewels. So what happens is she accidentally attacks the king. The king has a curse on him, and he's gonna die in a couple of hours or some bullshit like that. But who fucking cares about the king because he was a fucking asshole in the first place. Stefan is pissed about this, so he's like, okay, let me just go over there to Maleficent and basically let me give her this drug that makes her fall asleep so I can cut off her wings. And thus the fact that King Henry started all this fucking bullshit in the first place. Seriously. And it's like now Maleficent has to basically get her vengeance back onto Stefan and the whole damn kingdom. Well, anyways, the story is really good here, and it's a whole retake on the Sleeping Beauty tale, as you could tell. Um, I would say this is a well done story, but it's half and half, and I'll explain later why. But let's get into characters. Maleficent. Maleficent was just fucking awesome. She was badass, and she's just a true villain. And you feel sympathy for her, really. She didn't deserve this shit. It's because all of a fucking greedy king. Seriously. And let me get into the king. The king was just there to be a fucking asshole piece of shit. Old fart. Yeah, because I didn't really care about him. I didn't really give a shit about him because he is just a greedy bastard. And basically, Stefan becomes the second king, and it's like, yeah, a second asshole in the kingdom. Why don't you get a real king or something instead of these assholes? Seriously. And Dearval, Dearval was just fucking gangster, and that's the fact that it was Maleficent's homie. Um, anyways, he could turn into a crow to a wolf to a horse to a dragon. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry, but I just had to give you what he could turn into. And it kind of reminded me of Dracula, which is really fucking awesome. Um, anyways, Aurora. Aurora is just there to basically put the story together. And the prince was just useless in this movie, and the fairies, I fucking hated the fairies, man. Seriously. Like, I wanted to get a shotgun and just be like Call of Duty, the original Call of Duty. Duty for the original Xbox. But anyways, I wanted to be like Call of Duty up in that bitch and just shoot all the fairies up. Anyways, the acting, who acted their best was Angelina Jolie. She did a phenomenal job as Maleficent. Hell to the fucking yeah, dog. As for everyone else, they did an okay job except for Sam Rail, I believe his name is. Sam Rail did a phenomenal job as Deval, or De- Dearval. Sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Um, I guess the female that played Aurora, she did a okay job, decent job. Um, the guy that played King Henry, he did a very good job making me hate him. And also the guy that played King Stefan made me hate that character as well too. And yeah, so everybody's acting was just okay, except for Angelina Jolie. She just did a perfect job, down to a T. Alright, so let's get to the writing. As the movie goes from point A to point B to point C, what I really like the film is point A and the point B. Because see, it's like a good start and then you get a good middle. Sorry about that. Not a good metal. A good middle. But anyways, it's a really good middle of how this character became a villain, really. It's just really fucking awesome and badass at the same time. So the writing is really good up until point C, because point C is where the film suffered a little bit. Okay, so let's get into the dialogue. I thought the dialogue was really good in this movie, and it felt right, and it was pasted right. Okay, so next thing is the cinematography and the visuals. The cinematography looked real nice. Just the camera work, how the camera went, and just the scenes when Maleficent flies, when the camera follows her, it's fucking awesome. And there was no shaky cam in the scenes. You could actually see what's going on in the scene, and I liked that for real. The visuals when it's shot right on the characters and you could see what's going on and no fucking shaky cam bullshit. Yeah, it was really good. Alright, so let's get into practical effects, special effects, and the CGI. Alright, so practical effects for the sets and everything looked real nice, and costume designs looked real nice, especially on Maleficent. Like the costume for her when she finally becomes the villain, yeah, it looked like her counterpart, and it looked like the cartoon basically come to life. It's fucking awesome, believe me. Okay, so let's get into the special effects. Basically, all that. When she uses her powers, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking nice, and the CGI is really nice too. And this movie feels like this movie didn't come out this year. It feels like it came out in '06 or '07 with the CGI effects. And basically, I mean, like the creatures, they looked like they came from the Benicio del Toro movie, like Pan's Labyrinth or something. That's what they looked like, and it was fucking awesome. It was just badass, seriously. And moving on, the music was just good, and overall, the movie itself, the movie gets a 4 out of 5. Yeah, it was good, but there was a bit problems with the whole point C near the ending. Like seriously, like okay, fine, I'll admit I liked the final battle, but it's just like the ending just came abruptly. Yeah, but I'm just gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5. And yeah, I will get into some spoilers territory now. Okay, so first things first, with the king. As you could tell, the king doesn't really fucking care about his soldiers, and he doesn't give a shit about the kingdom. And basically, when Aurora comes back, he doesn't give a shit about Aurora. Simple as that. He doesn't say, I missed you, this and that. Oh, it's too soon. You brought her back too soon. And he bitch smacks one of the fairies. But I was like, okay, alright, fine. That was fucking awesome that he bitch smacked one of the fairies, because I wanted to jump inside the screen and basically kill one of those fairies. But it's like, yeah, as you could see from this point, the king doesn't really care because he fell a long time ago, because when he loved Maleficent, but he figured out that he couldn't be with Maleficent because of the whole policy of prince and fairy can't be together. Yeah. Anyways, the whole conflict. I mean, when she loses her wings, that scene just had me crying, man. Seriously, like, I couldn't fucking help it because wow, do I relate to this character so fucking much. I mean, I'm just a simple guy trying to have fun on YouTube, but yet I have these trolls attacking me, and then all of a sudden I'm the villain just because I have opinions. Yeah, well, it's my opinions, okay, villains, okay, trolls, okay, haters, yeah. So see, I can understand where Maleficent comes from. Um, I don't know. I don't want to spoil the movie enough as it is. So this was going on for way too long. But one more thing before I go. Yeah, sort of. It's a good spin-off with the villains, and you always have to have spin-offs. And look at this spin-off. This spin-off was fucking awesome and badass. Seriously, it's just fucking gangsta up in here. And of course, Maleficent looked like she came out of this movie. Yes, people are gonna say, you showed this fucking cover way too much. Well, that's what I'm all about. And listen, I apologize if this review was not that great, if it was okay or was decent. But anyways, guys, I am out. Peace.